So I need everybody to kind of look up what the hell is going on. Okay? So we have the issue with Kevin Hart, Lil Nas, and the Dave Chappell shows. This new comedy show he put on Netflix called Sticks and Stones. Now, Kevin Hart, we all know, just got into a car accident, a really bad car accident. We're praying for him. Hopefully he gets better and he recovers, because he's a great, talented person and we love everything he has to put out. And plus, it's just human kindness to want somebody to survive from something like that. But he had an interview, or I don't know if it was an interview or something that he did with Lil Nas on the show. And they were talking, and Lil Nas expressed that he had to come out as being homosexual. We all heard about it after the Old Town Road song came out. He had to come out and, and saying, hey, that he's come out the closet. Kevin Hart responded by basically giving no energy, I would say. No energy or no umph to what he said, as far as him coming out the closet. And he's getting so much backlash on Twitter for doing that. And I honestly don't understand why. Because it is 2019. I gotta play a little bit of part on his side here, okay? It's 2019 and we still have racism going on. It's 2019, we still have sexism going on. It's 2019, we'll still have all these crazy things going on. It is not a shock for somebody to come out and say, hey, I'm gay. We know that homosexuals are out there. We know that transgender people are out there. I think that from the perspective of Kevin Hart, he's saying it as in, I already know this. You're here. You're a musician. Your talent you're known for is music. This is what your skill set is. This is what you're known for. This is what you're going to give us. This is what I want to see. Your sexuality is not something that I want to focus on, because it's not something that matters to me. I respect you as an individual. I will still communicate with you as we are communicating now. I'm not going to go out of my way to do anything and look down on you or any sort of things because you feel like you have to come out. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but for me personally, it is not something that shocks me or something that's going to move me, because it doesn't matter either way whether you're straight or gay. I'm still going to treat you the same way. Now, I understand that a few years back, he did make a comment on Twitter saying that if his little boy was caught playing with his daughter's dollhouse, he was going to hit her over the head with it. Now, as a comedian, I know he was joking. This man is a comedian. He jokes for a living. If I sit up here and talk about how I just woke up and my husband just basically tried to gas me with all the fart he was letting out, and I'm laughing about it, chances are, it's a joke. I'm not actually going to go out there and put that out there that somebody that I love is out here just busting ass. That's embarrassing to him. No parent, I'd say as a child will go and do something like that, especially when it's coming from a comedian's mouth. He's not serious. He's not about to hit his child over the head with a dollhouse. Stop it. But I do have to say that the time period, from what I understand, is that he put that out there 10 years ago. A lot of things have changed since then. So obviously I don't think he's going to go and put something like that out there, because there's a lot of sensitivity going on. We still have to really get into the mindset of treating everybody the same way. But we're not about to blackball this genius and this person who's worked so hard to get so far in life because he made a mistake, or because he said something and he didn't clarify, or because he hurt somebody's feelings. Like, come on now, we all hurt people's feelings with our words all the time. Calm down. Then we get to the Dave Chappelle show, right? Rotten Tomatoes, not the show, the comedy Sticks and Stones. Rotten Tomatoes gave this man a 0%, and I saw the comedy show. I gave him a 100%. He did a great job. All jokes are rooted in truth. All jokes are rooted in facts, okay? And Dave Chappelle, if you've ever seen his comedy or his shows, you have to have some level of intelligence to be able to understand what he's saying, because you have to be able to understand a little bit of history when he's saying what he's saying. And that man, to me, is one of the greatest talented comedians I have ever watched, because he's making his jokes based on historical facts. Some of the things that he said when he touched on that was also about the LGBTQ community, and he talked about how each of them perceive each other, how the gays see lesbians, how the lesbians see the bisexuals and transgenders and all that stuff, and how everybody may see the questionables and stuff like that. He touched on that, and I think people perceive the joke as him almost in the same level as Kevin Hart. actually looking at it as if he's homophobic or transphobic, and I don't think that's what he was trying to do. I think he was just elaborating on how there are some people who have this opinion and this is how they feel. It doesn't make it right. He himself said multiple times, I'm not homophobic. I have gay friends. I have lesbian friends. I would treat them the same way. But this is, this is how this is what's happening. He also talked about the opioid epidemic and how right now, there are a lot of poor white Americans that are being hit with the opioid epidemic, in the sense that they're all doing heroin, what's it called? Methamphetamine, is it meth? They're all doing that, and they're all, it's growing in numbers, and it could be somebody as young as 12 years old, 13 years old shooting themselves up. And he made the correlation saying, when the crack epidemic was hitting, and while black folks were out here, our poor black folks were on the hood getting hit by it. We had presidents on TV talking about it is a crime to do drugs. They were stuffing black folks in prisons like they were giving them a Christmas present, just shoving them in there, like, oh, let's just stuff you in here because you have an illness, you have an addiction, you're a criminal. And back then, did nobody give a damn about what, how to fix the crisis, or even try to figure out how to slow it down or stop it. Now that it's attacking the white American community, he said in his joke, he understands how whites may have felt during the crack epidemic, because he don't give a damn either. Now, obviously, that's a joke. This man is not going to go and see somebody who's struggling with addiction and think it's funny, or think, hey, it was him being a comedian. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of jokes that he said that were rooted in truth. And these are facts. Somebody's saying it. Everybody knows it. They don't talk about it. But now that you have somebody who's actually speaking out on it, he got blackballed before, and I mourned his Chappell show. I loved it. I watched it. I was happy that he was there. It was a nice show. And when they stopped doing it, I almost cried. I felt some tears come down my face. Hell, I had to light a candle and everything to get over it. Now this man is out here expressing his genius once more, and people are being pissed off. So we got Kevin Hart and we got Dave Chappell. Both comedians, both successful, both black, and we got all these people going after them for doing what they know to do best, which is just be themselves and be funny. As far as they're doing that, and they're not out here bashing somebody, killing somebody, hurting somebody, we need to just stop and let it go. But go ahead and check it out. Twitter's going crazy about it. It's all over the Yahoo's going crazy about it. You can Google it. You can, there's a bunch of other stuff out there, but I'm sure you can look it up. But I'm just saying, what I will recommend is that you do go see Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones. And then maybe, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. If you liked it, if you don't like it. And please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.